What's going on, everyone? James Numbers here, and welcome back to another episode of the Political Freedom Fighters Podcast. And before I start this episode, I do want to mention that in this video, I did initially wanted to talk about the Emery situations involving her and TwitchCon, as well as the allegations that she has made against Ms. Kiff. But unfortunately, I did end up spending a long time talking about the Nina Lin situation, which I will be talking about in this episode. But that's what I'm going to do for next week's episode. Next week's episode, I will be talking about the Emery situations because these are very, very serious. And quite frankly, they have received a lot of press throughout the media already. So I did initially wanted to talk about the Emery situations in this video, but I already spent like a lot of time and I didn't want to spend like more hours talking about, I'm sorry. I didn't want to go like over 90 minutes per episode for my podcast, so I really hope y'all understand, and I really hope y'all enjoyed the episode. Take care. All right, take 2 of this episode. Hey, what's going on, everyone? James Numbers here, and welcome back to another episode of the Political Freedom Fighters Podcast. Now, I really wasn't expecting to do this kind of episode, but yesterday I found out some news that has been going on in relations to Twitch and some Twitch users, and these stories seem to have actually gone big. So I figured I might as well do an episode on this. I will note that this episode's topic is going to be basically more on assault, specifically of the sexual kind. So yeah, this is going to be a pretty rough episode. So anyways, in this episode, there's going to be a few things I'm going to talk about. The first thing I will talk about is it's a situation involving Nina Lin and Zoe Spencer being banned for basically sexually assaulting a man during their live streams. And later in this episode, I will also be talking about the Emery situations involving her with TwitchCon and her allegations against Ms. Kiff, who is another fellow content creator. So with that being said, I'm gonna first pull up an article just so that you all can get the basic context as to what's going on. If this thing will load, god damn it, presentation is starting. All right, here we go. Nina Lin and Zoe Spencer banned from Twitch after allegations of sexual assault surfaced against them. All right, we need to scroll down. Popular streamers Nina Lin, also known as Nina Daddy is Back, and Zoe Spencer have been banned from Twitch after allegations of sexual assault surfaced against them. For context, both made headlines on October 23, 2025 when a video of their actions toward Faze Silky's assistant, Saeed, went viral on X. The video shows Nina Lin appearing to grab Saeed while Zoe Spencer seemingly twerked on him. Furthermore, the two content creators carried Saeed and put him on a bed before Lin said the following: "Hey, yo, cut the cameras, yo, cut the cameras, bro. Zoe, do your shit." Really? Really, Nina? You just had to say that. It really doesn't matter the context of how you say it. It really doesn't even matter the context. This line, this doesn't help. This could be used against you. There's not, what were you trying to go with? That's exactly what people would say before they commit a sexual assault. Jesus Christ. Twitch and Kick streamer Zach Asmongold spoke about the situation, claiming that there was literal video evidence of Nina Lin and Zoe Spencer sexually assaulting Saeed. Oh my god. On October 24th, 2025, Nina Lin and Zoe Spencer's Twitch channels were suspended when trying to access their channels. A message appeared informing that the accounts were temporarily unavailable due to a violation of the live streaming platform's terms of services or community guidelines. So basically, this is only a temporary ban, not permanent. Netizens on X had a lot to say about the streamers' Twitch ban. Imagine how quick that ban would have been if the roles were reversed, and if it was a guy doing it to a girl. Yeah, there have been a lot of comments about this, because unfortunately, there does seem to be a double standard within our culture of holding male perverts accountable, which they should, and female perverts who are not being held accountable as much or if any at all, which sucks. Especially when it comes to like male victims in general, but yeah, including male rape victims, and it really sucks. Unfortunately, this is going to be more of a cultural issue that we have to solve within ourselves in order to have any chance of reducing situations like this. took months for this to be taken seriously. Yeah, this was also mentioned by a lot of people as well. Twitch basically didn't care about about Saeed's safety then. They only cared about the money. That is something that I have heard, and it really sucks. Twitch just now doing something about it, and this happened like 6 months ago. Yeah, this really, really sucks. What we did, here's Lynn's response. What we did was wrong. Nina Lynn recently addressed the situation involving Faze Silky's assistant Saeed. On October 24th, 2025, a 1 minute 32-second video from Nina Lynn's recent IRL stream surfaced on X in which she discussed the situation involving Faze Silky's assistant Saeed, claiming that she was quote-unquote old enough to own up to what she did was wrong, end quote. The content creator stated, I wanted to make sure he's okay, dead ass. He's been very nice. He's always been very nice to me, you know? Who are we talking about? Guys, we're talking about Saeed. And this situation, what I'm talking about, has nothing to do with YBG and none of that. Oh yeah, apparently it might have been either Nina Lynn or Zoe Spencer has gotten into some drama with someone named YBG, but I don't know much about the YBG situation, so I'm not going to talk about that in this episode. So I don't want to hear his name, but it only has to do with me and Saeed. And listen, I'm old enough to own up to what I did was wrong, and during the situation, I genuinely 100% thought it was a joke. I just thought he was laughing, so I'm like, oh, we all just laughing and geeking? But yeah, I see, it is wrong. It is really, really wrong, and what we did was wrong. You know, he clearly wasn't comfortable with it, you know, and he was very hurt by it. So then why did you keep going? Is the next question. As of this writing, Zoe Spencer has not issued a statement regarding her Twitch ban. So so that's basically the summary of what's happened. But you know what? I'm going to show you some YouTube videos of people basically going into more detail about the situation. And yeah, we're going to present something else. The first video we're going to go over is a video made by FVCKDH, which is titled Nina Lynn Disgusts Me. So, oh god. And you stopped sharing my screen. Why? Why did you do that, Google Meets? Google Meets, really? Okay, there we go.
Okay, so the Nina Lynn situation is pretty cut and dry. Her and Zoe.
Oh yeah, and by the way, FVCKHD actually does have like a pretty unique perspective, and I figured I might as well show you guys that as well because not everybody thinks the same, and we do need to have unique perspectives in order to like address situations and basically other issues within this situation that no one talks about, and or other perspectives which highlights some other things that people don't really think about when it comes to situations like this. So yeah, we're gonna watch this video here.
Spencer essayed a person named Saeed, Silky's assistant, and now everybody is on Nina's head specifically. And don't get me wrong, I'm completely happy about it. I don't endorse crimes like that, and honestly, she deserved it. The issue is that while everyone is preaching about how if the roles were reversed, it'd be different. That's just not true. And I said it before with Zoe Spencer, when the internet, but more specifically the W&L community, was on her head. They were right for criticizing these weird women, but they don't keep the same energy for male streamers. I
didn't know about that.
Yeah, it's weird, but niggas don't say nothing about Deshae Frost though. So I'm gonna talk about Nina Lynn and how.
Damn, I actually don't even know who Deshae Frost is, but wow, that's insane.
She is, but I'm gonna keep side-eyeing because they got people with weird cases around them, but there is not the same energy. I'm gonna quit yapping. You already know I'm the hood Socrates, and let's start. I think the best thing to do is to first show you guys the clip that caused all this drama. And I'm probably gonna have to censor it a bit because it is very disturbing.
Oh my god. Wow, they're grabbing him.
No, he's not consenting. Yes, he is. He's not even saying nothing.
The guys were literally saying that he is not consenting, but Zoe Spencer's like, yes, he is. He's consenting, and I'm like, that's exactly what a pervert would say. Come on. He's running away. He's running away, and she was twerking. She was twerking on him. Wow.
Mind you, this ain't even the full context of the situation. There's more that transpires after this clip.
Oh god, frickin' damn it, I hate these ads. This is not a sponsored video, by the way, okay?
Honestly, you don't need to see anything else. It's sick as hell, and you have two women trying to force a sexual encounter on a man. Nina attempted to hold him down, and Zoe kept trying to put her butt on him. When it happened, I wonder why nobody was going harder on the situation. It makes me inclined to feel like people are only doing it now because they dislike Zoe and Nina, and it's less about the actual issue of SA. Cause look, this clip has been a thing for months now, and it's only resurfacing because the internet's collective conscious does not mess with either women. I promise.
Yeah, and unfortunately, when it comes to situations like this, when we're like women assaulting men, and when in general, we are more likely to believe in women. And look, trusting women isn't bad. It really depends on the situation. Hang on, let me continue playing the video.
If the internet didn't actually have hate boners for Zoe and Nina prior to this clip, niggas would not care. It's only because nobody likes those two women. And oddly enough,
Yes.
Nina Lin spoke on this phenomenon, but I want to elaborate on that idea a little later in the video because situations like this are going to keep happening if we don't address it. But I can look at this stuff and scoff and criticize them for their behavior, but part of me is just irritated that the internet is only giving this energy as a gotcha. If they really cared about
Yes, this is so true. The internet in general only cares about situations when they're like big, because unfortunately situations like this happen all the time, from schools to workplace to government to it literally happens everywhere. But unfortunately, there's so much of it, people end up like eventually like people do just like not care about it because it doesn't directly impact them. I think, unfortunately, when it comes to a situation like this, people only feel the direct pains of it when they are directly impacted by it. And when people are not directly impacted by it, people are just going to straight up ignore it. And I think this is more to do with our culture. And it really is up to us in order to like change the culture. I think our governments can like help in like facilitating, but without the culture to be able to change, I mean, we'll be back to square one. That's just my opinion.
Standards, or they cared about victims who are men, they wouldn't just be bringing it up now. You'll never see these same streamers talk about male victims or awareness outside of something like this.
Yes.
But Saeed ended up posting on Twitter. Let me read them for you. They didn't even post the full thing. There's a part where they literally take me to the room and try to pull down my clothing. When it originally happened, most people were attacking me, and I felt so uncomfortable talking about it that I only talked about it with people that I know. Niggas did not care when this initially happened. Like, the clip's been out for months, and
that's true.
People care now.
Yeah.
Literally confirmed it. Niggas attacking him and stuff. Like I said,
come on.
But it just makes it
so come on.
Breaking. And Saeed,
yes.
Trust me, I don't know if you're gonna see this, but I understand, Twin, and you're so strong. You're real
yes.
strong for being able to express that you
absolutely.
It means so much that you still have your voice, and if you still have your voice, you have not lost power, and that's really all that matters, and that goes for.
Yes, what he is saying is exactly true. We all have our voice, and it's up to us how we basically use our voice to whether we have to choose whether or not to do it for good or do it for evil. This is why we have to have freedom of speech.
Anybody, never lose your voice, because even if it's faint, you still got power. You feel me? But let's take a look at Nina's response.
So what if he says, I feel like you did some shit wrong?
No, so the whole Saeed thing, no one essay Saeed. That's why today I let you
yeah, people are not buying it at all.
Definitely felt disrespected as a person. Me, I take accountability what I do. If you did ask felt disrespected, I didn't know. So you better let me know. If you did, I will always apologize. I mean, that's just normal.
He basically said no. People were saying that he didn't consent, but you did it anyways. They basically told you to stop, but you didn't. So, yeah, people have basically said that Nina Lin's only doing this now just because she's getting backlash for it. And if she wasn't getting backlash for it, then she wouldn't have cared. And even when you're looking at this response, people literally see that Nina Lin has not taken accountability for her actions. That's what people are saying. Basically, she's blaming the victim. Not a good look.
Who wants to walk around being called that? That's embarrassing for him as a guy.
You didn't see Saeed today?
I was looking everywhere for him. No one Yo, cut the cameras, bro. Don't do your shit.
Yep, cut the cameras. Like that's gonna make things better for you.
I'm not 48 He's not consenting. He's not consenting.
He said it multiple times too. Saeed's trying to run away like Speed. I would be exactly doing what he was doing if I was in his position. Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm gonna have to edit this video because I am sick of these ads and I don't even have an ad blocker on.
So she claims that she takes accountability, but she also turns around and dismisses what he feels and says that's embarrassing as a man. A little side note, as a black man, that's a 360 they try to put you in at birth. They try to make you fit this monolith of strength and masculinity.
Yeah, I didn't know about that. That's really sucks.
You cannot try to fit their unrealistic.
So basically there's even a little bit of racism in this. Damn. Wow.
Mold. You just cannot. It's not realistic and it's not something you can live up to. And that's exactly why Nina said it's embarrassing as a man. They try to force you to be in that mold.
That's
Nina,
messed
how are
up.
you taking accountability then? And it's not like it wasn't obvious Saeed didn't like it. And the thing is, Saeed never let them do anything. He kept trying to move around. His body language was saying a lot. And he even said no during the incident. So how was she confused? And even after that, Silky himself stepped in. But another issue I had is that Zoe kept going even after Silky stepped in. Their environment enables this degenerate behavior. Everyone's laughing when Zoe keeps chasing Saeed. That type of treatment towards something like SA is exactly why Twitch keeps getting involved in controversy surrounding it.
Oh yeah, this is a pretty good point that he's mentioned. Twitch has been getting through a lot of controversy throughout the past few years, and people are very upset with Twitch to the point where people are even leaving Twitch. And yes, the Nina Lin situation is actually not even the only Twitch situation that I have to go over in this episode. As you all can see, we'll see later in the video. Twitch and basically a lot of companies, social media companies in general, companies in general, such as even YouTube, don't give a damn about people's safety. They only care about money, and that greed basically pushes them to set aside morals sometimes. And this can set a pretty dangerous sentiment, depending on how far things can get. And sometimes things can go way too far. So, yeah.
Is giving it the care it needs. If shorties keep trying to violate boundaries, you kick them out, and vice versa with men.
Yes.
But nobody did that. Niggas not even understanding that they're fostering the same environment that they claim they do not agree with. And also, apparently
Oh my god.
we're deleting messages that mention Saeed or the incident. And honestly,
oh my
that's
god.
Weird. I really
that is weird.
Culture and correctness. And what I mean is that actions like this are a direct result of the internet and trying to maintain the best image and curating responses. And I just feel like I can go on a tangent about it.
Yeah, basically PR reps are basically evil. They basically make the famous people look bad, and yeah, PR reps are basically a way for big content creators to basically not be held liable for their actions. And because PR reps are basically loyal to basically who they work for, because PR reps unfortunately are basically job positions that that need to be filled, because PR reps do need money to like survive, of course. And yeah, this sets another question when it comes to like morals and profit, give or take.
So I'm gonna chill, just a little mini gripe for me. Saeed also said he's gonna be making a statement himself a little later, so look out for that, especially with him being the wrong party. And I don't want to just say victim because of the connotation, and I'm all for empowering people over here on this channel.
Yes.
I'm gonna let you guys watch Anita's response in its entirety, and you can form your own opinion.
Everyone else who is talking about me right now, whoever creator, whatever streamer,
Yep, this is her apology video.
Okay, anything I say, I don't care. What happened is between me and him. I will literally talk to him, and if he doesn't want something, that's completely fine. Whatever happens, I'm only worried about him. I'm worried if he's okay and if his mental is okay. That's it. Because at the end of the day, the person that really got hurt was him, and it wasn't me or nothing. So I'm not really over here being like, but what about me? It's like Chad, I'm always be all right, bro. Trust me. But I want to make sure he's okay. That ass. Because he's been very nice. He's always been very nice to me. You know. Listen, I'm old enough to own up to what I did wrong. And during the situation, I genuinely 100% thought it was a joke. I just thought he was laughing, so I'm like, oh, like we all just laughing and geeking. But Yeah, I see. It is wrong. It is really, really
You need to
wrong.
understand that sometimes people often do use laughing as a mechanism to cope, to deal with stress, because of the fact that in this situation, this was live streamed, and yeah, he was afraid of saying no because the backlash. And unfortunately, sometimes people do get backlash for resisting, and it really sucks. And it's kind of, and that fear is kind of why we have problems like this in the world. And one and we it really is up to us to change the culture. And I know I'm going to be saying, I know I'm going to keep on saying that this is more of a cultural issue, but it really is. It really does depend on our culture. We can use authority as a way to to guide us in the right direction, but authority can't really do everything to basically stop situations like this. In fact, sometimes authority could actually make things worse depending on the situation.
What we did was wrong. He clearly was uncomfortable with it, and he was very hurt by it. So that's all that we know.
Clearly, I'm not the person who the response is intended for, so I can't really speak on whether or not it's good, but I am going to speak on it anyways. In my opinion, in terms of responses I've seen, because I have a reference point, it's definitely better than a lot of the influencer apologies, but
That's
I don't
true.
really care. She contributed to harming a person in one of the worst ways possible, and it's up to Saeed to forgive her for real. At least Nina and Zoe did end up getting banned on Twitch, but
Yeah.
had to ask the question that we were all thinking, and that's why now.
Yeah, why
The
now?
answer is exactly what Asmon Gold said, and it's because Twitch only cares about the optics and not actually SA itself.
Yes.
So y'all know how the internet
Yes.
is. When niggas dogpile you, they go deep into the past, and they ended up finding a clip of Nina giving this.
Yeah, basically a whole bunch of internet sleuths, they love to go deep into people's past just so that they can find some dirt against them. It's just so because some people do take satisfaction into bringing other people down, and I think it's because of the satisfaction of rage and upsetness that people can get when they get attacked. It's for some people, it's basically like a fun activity for when they have nothing else to do. You know?
Guys toast a massage.
Okay, this is a massage. Ah. Whoa, what? What? Ah.
Now the clip is a little weird, but it isn't accompanied by the same energy as the Saeed clip. And I don't see Disguised Toast talking about being made uncomfy or not being okay with what happened in that clip. And it's also clearly more playful. So let's not just throw every single clip into the pot and claim it's essay.
Exactly.
And they also found some more clips of Nina and her cat, and they're just trying to pass it off as abuse.
Yes.
Co-producer is going to give you unique sounds that actually fits your track in seconds. Let me show you.
We merry-go-round, Somi. Oh, no.
Oh, damn. Damn.
Somi, I'm sorry. Somi, I'm so sorry.
I honestly don't think the clip is abuse. I own a dog, and I be getting carried away playing with her. And unlike the God of Thunder, Hassan, Nina...
Damn. Oh, yeah, that's right.
showed concerns.
Oh, yeah, that's right. I've been hearing about that. Hassan abuses his dogs, too. My God. Well, the madness never ceased to amaze me. And I'm pretty sure Hassan is one of Twitch's favorite streamers, so I know Twitch ain't going to do anything about Hassan. And by the way, Hassan Abi is a Democratic shill. He's a shill for the Democratic Party, just like Destiny, just like Vosh. And yeah. And you're not playing. Come on.
For that, stop taking every clip, throwing it.
Oh, hey,
into the
RDC
pot and
World 1.
claiming it's abuse or something bad is happening. You can't just do that. These clip pages are evil, actually. But now I want to take a minute to just talk about the misogyny that's present in the streamer space. And
Yeah.
before niggas hop in my comments, I spent an entire video absolutely ripping Nina apart, okay? I'm my own person, and I'm going to speak about what I feel. And what I feel is that this is less about holding Nina accountable and more of a byproduct of misogyny in the streamer space. Niggas been having a Nina hate campaign since she been beefing with this other streamer named
That's
YBG and some
that's
other
true.
stuff that's happened.
Wait.
Honestly, I
Oh,
haven't been
so
too
it is
tapped
Nina.
in, but regardless, I don't really care. I just noticed that there isn't the same energy given towards her as other streamers. Deshae Frost, for example. We watched Buddy harass a woman in a store, and nobody burned him at the stake like Nina. Instead, he got a
Wow.
snap phone call and a slap on her wrist, and then a one-way ticket to Streamer University.
Wow.
So, like this Nina stuff transpires. Once again, I'm all for it. I think Shorty weird for what she did, and I'm
Yes.
disgusted. But let's just keep it consistent. Niggas keep
Yeah.
saying, but if the roles were reversed, but they've basically been reversed for a while, and nobody has done nothing.
Damn.
So just don't take nobody seriously. At least not the
I get it.
streamers claiming if the roles were reversed. Or
I get it.
whatever. They be hanging out with like literal demons on some stuff. Maybe that's
Yeah.
too far, but low key, some of these guys be demons. Dude, I just got done finishing the video and recording it or whatever, and I just seen these two crazy clips. I'm gonna just let you guys watch them, but it's Saeed saying that number one, Nina needs to get put in jail, and number two, she only reached out after the backlash. So just take a
Yeah, because oh yeah, sexual assault is a crime, and I heard it's a felony, by the way. So I think I'm not sure. I'm not sure if it depends on the a case, but yeah, this is serious nonetheless.
look.
It's not even canceling it. Like, straight up, she has to go to jail. And then this is Nina asking for my number twice. This is the first time.
Wow.
Nina's asking for her number. Do you want me to pass it on? Personally, I don't feel like talking to her right now, knowing that the possible only reason is just for her to apologize just for that reason. And then the next day, she literally asked somebody else for my number, and I was just baffled because like, and then she went on stream saying that she reached out to me, like she went to go and reach out to me, and it's just like, what in your right mind thinks that like?
It's kind of crazy because I did say her response was relatively good when you compare it to other like influencer apologies, but I mean it just cements it. She disgusts me. So
Yeah.
I mean, what else can I add to it? But that's really all I had to say. Subscribe for more unsolicited opinions. Y'all niggas be blessed. I'm gonna get up out of here. Bye bye.
Oh, okay. Okay, that's it for that video. But yeah, FVZKDH, I'm sorry, had a pretty unique perspective, and yeah. With that being said, I'm actually gonna show off another video right now for more context. This next video we're gonna be going over is the clip that made everyone turn on Nina Lin by Prodigy the One. I think this video does go into more detail about the clip in general, I believe. But yeah, let's go ahead and watch it. Yeah, yep, you're seeing the assault again. Yep, he is not consenting. Like, yep, he's running away. Yep, that's about it. And she's twerking. She's twerking. She's twerking.
This has to be one of the most chaotic.
And she was like, yeah, stay right there. Stay right there. Basically, she was promoting assault.
In content creation history. We started October with McKinney exposing
Oh yeah, that's
Jack
right.
as the white Diddy.
Oh yeah, that's
Then
right.
we got Emir getting assaulted.
I'll talk about that later in this video.
We just found out that Nina Lin and Zoe Spencer as assaulted Silky's assistant in 4K. And judging by how the internet reacted to her response, it feels like she completely ruined her career overnight. But some of you may be wondering who Nina Lin is and why this incident is trending right now. To give you a little bit of background, Nina is a streamer that blew up after Streamer University. She already had a following, but allowed her to become mainstream. If I had to define her character, I would say masculine energy. That's simple. Her strong personality allow her to be liked by the
yeah, Nina Lin does have like a deep voice, because I think she actually ended up getting a deep voice while having an interview, while meeting with another person by the name of Ray Live, who also ended up getting famous through Kai Cenat. And basically, she went over like why her deepest voice, because of something I'm gonna do with something that she drank that is boiling hot or whatever, from what I remember. So yeah.
internet. And that's why we started to see her doing more collabs with people like Jason the Ween, Agent, Pokimane. Streamer University allowed her to
Pokimane.
broaden her
Huh.
audience and evolve beyond the label of a TikTok creator, establishing herself as more than just a platform-specific personality. But now it feels like we're not watching a star rise anymore, but a meteor crashing to Earth. Because just like you saw the Nina and Spencer have pretty much assaulted Silky's assistant.
They're pinning him. They're trying to pin him down.
Oh my God. Saeed, come here. I got you.
They're trying to trap him.
No, you can't. No, you can't.
23.
No.
He's consensual.
No, he's not consenting.
Yes, he is.
He's not
Who likes it? Yeah,
He's not-
good.
Come on. Why?
Yeah, stay right there. Stay right there. Stay right there. Stay right there. Hold on. Sit down.
Yo.
Sit down.
You remind me of that one video. It's like a cartoon where the niggas start throwing ass. It's like buy a car. Oh my God.
Way, bro. Let us go out. Like that ass, you are really a...
Yep, running away. He has to. If I was him, I would not only run away, but I would also get the fuck out of there.
He did not tell you that.
don't want it, bro.
Yep, and they're carrying him. Oh yeah, this goes into more detail with the clip. Here we go. This is gonna be very bad. They're pinning him down the bag. Yep, here's her cutting, saying cut the cameras. Not so, yeah. Zoe's pinning Saeed down. Zoe's pinning Saeed down while Nina's checking the bag. So basically, Nina might be committing theft as well. That's not good. Basically, theft.
Zoe, he's not consenting. He's not consenting.
And I'm not projecting my own feelings. Silky's assistant Saeed confirmed that they stepped over his boundaries and made
Yes, exactly. They said literally multiple times that he is not consenting, but she is like, yes, he is. Yes, he is. Dude, if Saeed does end up pressing charges on Zoe, Spencer, and Nina Lin, I don't know what their penalties would be because let's be real, there would be a guilty charge most likely. But I don't think it will be as severe as a man's, but you never know actually.
him feel uncomfortable. I've been vocal about the situation originally, and nobody cared. It took me a
God
lot
frickin'
to
damn
talk
it.
about it again. And for the third time, it has
I
to be
apologize.
once again
I've been
where
getting a
it'll
lot of
take me
interruptions
time to
today,
learn from it again.
so
I've been invalidated by the other parties, which don't realize what it did. You don't have to be a genius to understand that Saeed did not want that total nut job to twerk on him the second you had to apply force. I think it was a clear sign that this man did not want to partake in this. Some people on the internet may say they were just having fun, they were just playing around. Brother, Nina had him in a headlock. They dragged Saeed to the room in a way I thought was watching a reverse version of Black on the Hub. Did they do
Oh,
that because
fuck.
they really wanted to have a taste of Saeed and they couldn't refrain themselves? No. But it's a problem that we've seen happen multiple times online. Some women think being sexual with a man without his consent is okay, just because he's a man. You know,
That's
we gotta
messed
be
up.
dogs. But despite being men, we're still human beings, you know? That person
Yes.
can give his consent. That person can have a girlfriend, a wife,
Yes.
a love interest. And as
Yes.
content creators, you should be familiar with that, or at least with the idea of boundaries, because that's not the first time we see something like that happen on stream. If you remember, a year ago, the sister of a streamer assaulted an actor because she felt like it, you know? She thought he would be cool with it because he's a man. And with what
Wow.
happened to Amira last weekend, the internet
Yeah.
was expecting you to hold yourself accountable and just apologize. But the response Nina gave was just horrendous. I don't know if she's abused people in her life, but it makes you question her a lot.
So what if he says, I feel like you get some shit wrong.
No, so the whole Saeed thing, no one essay Saeed. That's why today I let you look
Oh
for
yeah,
Saeed.
and by the way, the stream clip was very bad. I guess something happened to the stream.
If you dead ass go disrespect
I don't
me,
know.
so you gotta let me know. If you did, I will always apologize. I mean, that's just normal people. But for him to walk around and say all that crazy shit, you never think about what Saeed's thinking too, though. Like, who wants to walk around being called that? That's embarrassing for him as a guy.
Yep, victim blaming over and over again.
I think he came out.
No, he was here. But I didn't see him at all. I saw him one time
Uh,
and he disappeared.
No, the moment I came around.
Denying and victim blaming when you got
Yes.
caught on camera has
Yes.
to be the same as walking with a sign saying I'm an abuser. Once again, I don't know if she's really an abuser, but I just don't understand how you can come up with that kind of mindset. Do I have to pull out the dictionary and show you what assault is? You were moving and jumping on the guy in ways that made me think that you were the Akatsuki and he was a Jinchuriki. But the most shocking part is when she said it's embarrassing to get assaulted as a man. What is that kind of response? And you know, if
Yeah,
Saeed
what
had
is that?
responded in a violent way or tried to defend himself, the internet would have raided him. I don't know if she's just playing too much into her character or she's really that dumb, but her thinking it's okay to say that online shows you how much of a pathetic person she is. Because no, it's not embarrassing to get assaulted as a guy. It happens. Being born
It
a man
does,
doesn't make
unfortunately.
you invincible or invulnerable to assault. That's why Asmongold got mad after hearing what Nina said and did.
What a disgusting fucking bitch. Really? Why is this bitch on the platform right now?
Good
There's
question.
literal video evidence of
I didn't even know about this clip when I first heard about it. I watched Nina Lin like a few times here and there, but not every day. So, but in fact, I think I've only found out about Nina Lin this year, like probably months after this event happened. Oh my god. Damn. It's really hard to not feel empathy for Saeed because think about it like this. Imagine you're like you've been assaulted by two female perpetrators, and basically our culture is obsessed with defending these two women over the victim. I mean, obviously in this case, the culture is not defending these two, but imagine if imagine a world where like society is more beneficial to women than men, and you as a man get assaulted by a woman, and people don't take your pain seriously. It's gonna hurt. It's gonna be hurt as a man. Man, it's gonna hurt as a man. You'll end up like maybe even questioning your manhood, and it's hard. I I really don't know what else to say other than the fact that I wouldn't be able to handle it. Would you? Anyways, I'm sorry about that.
personally assaulting somebody. Really, like, I mean, what is this?
I agree with him because what she did is assault, and I'm pretty sure
Yes.
in the TOS of any platform, if you get caught doing something like that, it's like a note.
Oh yeah, that's right. The terms of service
Internet is going.
agreement.
Why does she still have a platform? Why is she still streaming? She should be gone. Just look at what the comment section has to say. Dismissing a man's boundaries by calling it embarrassing to be assaulted.
Yeah,
is exactly
people are
why
not
so
happy with
many
Nina
men won't
Lin.
speak up. Consent implies to everyone, no matter the gender. This is why the convo about male victims never moves forward. Dismissive plus tone deaf. Mad Queen
Exactly. What that person said, exactly.
goes off on Zoe Spencer and Nina Lin for forcefully dancing and harassing Silky's assistant Saeed, and calls out the double standard on women that assault men.
That part right there, he's not consenting, and for that, these boppers should be motherfuckers. I'm just kidding. They shouldn't be done crazy, but there should be some consequences. Doesn't matter if it was all fun and games. You shouldn't do that shit, especially not on stream.
Exactly.
Keep your hands to yourself, okay?
Exactly.
If you want to be a mark or run away from Sakochi, cool. Leave him alone. Let that nigga buster and run away from Sakochi. Now you're just forcing this shit on this nigga.
Imagine if the roles were reversed. But we all know if the roles were reversed, the man would disappear faster than I can say poof.
Chat, but now reverse the roles. Hold on now. Okay.
I think that is true, but at the same time, what FVCKHD said is also a good point about like how people who basically talk about what if the roles were reversed? If the roles were reversed, that could just be a sign of virtue signaling, if you know what I mean. Just like virtue signaling of like, hey, I'm calling this shit out. What? Or hey, I'm saying something that makes sense. Or hey, I'm saying something that I'm trying to think here. Like, hey, I'm pointing out inconsistencies in society. I'm making myself look good. I think that's, yeah. But it's just a way to not actually like address the problem. So, yeah.
Okay, some girl is cornered, okay, and then some guy pulls out his fucking
But that doesn't mean what they're saying is not invalid, because it is valid depending on the situation.
schmeedy long sausage, okay, and just starts forward pointing. Oh, now I'm weird. Oh, now
Yeah.
whoa. Now Chad thinks I'm weird for saying that. Something happens. I reverse the roles. Now I'm the one that's weird. I didn't even say anything. I didn't do nothing. I presented a one-to-one scenario.
It's like my car.
How's that the same? How's not the same? Explain how it's not the same.
I think what surprises people is how little to no reaction there's been around this whole incident, at least as far as right now. Platforms always claim they want to build a safe environment for their creators, but depending on who and what it is, they can become more lenient or more strict. Like I said, the action was already bad.
Depends on the
What she
context.
said afterwards made it 100 times worse. I don't know if becoming a mainstream content creator made her believe that she's now the shit and she can say whatever she wants or do whatever.
Yeah, there's a whole lot of people who believe that because they're famous, they're invincible. Because sometimes with fame comes with wealth, and when you have a lot of wealth, you can pay off people to basically to even break the law a little bit. Unfortunately, wealth is power in society, money is power in society, and yeah.
Pleases her, someone needs to give her a reality check. You're in a position where you should hold yourself accountable and shut the fuck up. You shouldn't be guilt tripping people to avoid a bullet. And if I remember correctly, you were the person ready to fight a dude because he was looking at your ass. This was enough to get you into a fight because you felt violated. So imagine someone put you in the same position as Saeed was. I think we can.
Wow, so Nina Lin was even involved in a situation herself being the victim. Wow.
We can all agree that Nina and Zoe are in the wrong here, but more importantly, people on streams need to understand that they have to respect boundaries. I don't care if it's for content. If a person says no, it's no, and it goes for both sides. The streaming industry is already an effed up place because people are
absolutely,
and the platforms aren't really doing anything, and we don't need entitled streamers like them to spread that kind of BS mindset on the internet. And I can't wait to see how things are gonna go down. But that'll be all for today's video, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. Let me know what you think in the comment section. The internet really makes dumb people famous.
Yeah, that is true. The internet does make dumb people famous. And when it comes to like dumb people being famous, it really depends on dumb people. There's some dumb people that are, I'm sure there are dumb people out there that are pretty great people. But yeah, there are just a whole bunch of dumb, stupid people who are pretty messed up in the head. And it's just... But anyways... The victim, Saeed, actually did end up making a response, like people have said before, on the whole Nina Lin, Zoe Spencer situation involving him. And this video does go into a little bit more detail. It's by TSJ Get Him. And yeah, we're gonna he's basically gonna break down what Saeed said and how he feels about the whole situation and so on and so forth. Let's watch.
If y'all don't know what's been happening, Nina Lin and Zoe Spencer got banned on Twitch for a day.
A day. One day.
Listen, I wasn't advocating for them to be banned.
Oh yeah, that's right. They only got banned for like a day. I guess I can show you a different clip before we continue. Present something else. And yeah, this was basically a news story. Twitch has unbanned Nina Lin after she essayed a man on stream. Yep. This is confirmed. Wow.
At this. Oh my god. This girl gets unbanned after one singular day.
Yeah.
Can you fucking believe this shit? This is insane.
Yeah.
Twitch is actually cooked. Look.
Yeah, Twitch is cooked. And stuff like this happens apparently on Twitch all the time, unfortunately. Where like bad people basically, where bad people who end up doing like evil things only get a slap in the wrist, while good people who do nothing wrong get punished. And yeah, obviously this doesn't apply to just Twitch, but Twitch is basically the example here, so we'll just go for Twitch. Yeah, Twitch is screwed. I don't know what Twitch is going to do from here on out to fix some of these problems, or will Twitch even fix some of these problems? I would bet a few dollars that Twitch isn't going to do anything about this.
Ban for like permanently. I don't think this deserved a permanent ban, but I do definitely think this deserves like 30 to 60-day ban. I'm gonna be real, but
all right, that's a pretty fair punishment.
Zoe Spencer and Nina Lin is officially unbanned off of Twitch, but Side D makes an official response to Nina Lin and Zoe Spencer, and I don't know if this is the right thing to, unban Twitch at this time. Unban Nina Lin and Zoe Spencer at this time. I genuinely do think they deserve more time to be banned.
I agree.
Their lesson. But I digress, I guess. Twitch just does Twitch things, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
We have the clips of Side D, responding to the assault, and we're gonna come to this with an open mind. And same with my Emeru video, the last Emeru video I made.
Yeah, I'm gonna be talking about Emeru later in this video.
With an open mind, okay? We don't know how Saidi really truly felt in the moment. He probably would never truly admit that on the internet because one, it's embarrassing. Two, you're a man, and you see other people on the internet. It's kind of coming at him because of that. You know what I mean? He is a man. He should be defending himself. And I can see both points, but at the end of the day, we aren't Saidi. We don't know his traumas. We don't know his PTSDs. And
exactly.
I explained that in my last two videos. So
exactly.
Once again, we're gonna go into the situation with an open mind. And again, we don't understand who Saidi really is in here. Yes, we can see the image. Yes, we can see what he wants us to see. But again, we don't know how he truly feels in here and in here. Okay,
mm-hmm.
We don't know what he sees in here. Okay.
Yeah, and the thing is, us as people, we are very good at keeping our deepest, darkest secrets because we don't want it out there. We don't want our lives to be ruined because of our deepest, darkest secrets. And sometimes those deepest, darkest secrets are very, very, very emotional or negative or hurtful. We don't want it to lash out onto others.
Real shit. So you can't like undermine somebody's trauma or PTSD, or when somebody clearly you see get assaulted, you can't say, oh no bro, you didn't get assaulted. You can't do that.
Exactly.
Because you could take it one way, Side D could take it a totally different way. Like for example, you could say something to a girl, you know what I mean, that you genuinely think that you're not being rude or being misogynist, but she's gonna take it the other way. You feel me? So
I feel you.
It's really mental. It's really how you feel too. But again, we're gonna go in this with an open mind, and we're really gonna hear Saidi's side of this. Okay, so let's tap in.
I was working at a job, and it was a gym. I told my boss about it, and all he did was make jokes about it. I tried to talk about it a lot more, and I didn't want to tell my parents.
So if you see this, I don't know if some parts of this is covered out. I'm guessing it is, because you can see like it's just black right here, just black right here, like the names crossed out. And respectfully, this is his screenshot, so he can block out whatever the fuck he wants to block out.
That's true.
But let's just read what he wants to show us. Why you in stream? People are just ruining my mood. And I'm guessing he said other things like encouraging words. I want to blow my brains out. I'm at the bottom of I'm at the bottom of the barrel right now. You good, bro? With the situation? This happened in February, by the way.
Bring back those memories, and it was hard to.
Yeah, February, basically 8 months ago.
Move past it originally. I went ahead and talked to my friend about it. I said that.
Okay, I'm gonna read it for you guys. I shouldn't have turned on stream because it just made it worse. Yeah, everybody needs that time and space. I'm not sure what the situation is, but honestly, never let someone else's opinion affect you if it goes against your morals and values. So I'm guessing, because that clip happened with Saidi, Nina Lin, and Zoe Spencer 8 months ago. So I'm guessing 8 months ago, was that February this time? I'm gonna do some quick math. All right, listen. You know what I mean? What is it? October? Okay, September. Bear with me. September, August, July, June, May, April, March, February. 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah. Okay, okay. Makes sense. Okay, so this is the same time period. This is like the same exact time period. Okay. The reason why the whole situation was bad for me because I was sexually assaulted 2-3 years ago by a gay man and rarely. Oh my god.
Oh my god.
That's my main
Oh my
point.
god. That's horrible.
This is my main point.
This is not a good look for the gay community at all.
And this is why, you know what, I'm happy for myself. Because I wasn't on the internet, you know what, and you know what, I'm gonna just glaze myself because I wasn't on the internet.
Come on, dude.
Because a lot of guys seen this, and off rip, first thing you're gonna think is like, oh, well, you're being soft. But no, I took it as, okay, maybe this guy actually went through something. We don't know. I would act differently. You would act differently. You would act differently because we didn't go through the same shit that Said went. We don't know what he been through.
Yes, that's true, and you have to understand that we all have different experiences. We're never gonna have the same lives, even if we all think like even if we all think like we live this, even if everybody thinks like, even if you think that we all live like the same lives. Yet the truth of the matter is, we don't all. None of us live the same life. We all have our own lives. We all make our own choices, and we all have our own different experiences. And we are all often and sometimes, even if we're surrounded by the same people can give out like different reactions depending on how like others perceive them, so basically life is different and there is no one way to like live it, so we're different experiences do often give us different points of view, and and we often have our own different ways of thinking that we're often born with, and we furnish it, adapt to it, and yeah, all those experiences make us the people that we are.
Probably went through PTSD trauma. So and when triggers happen, you freeze up. You don't know how to act. You know what I mean? You don't know what to do. You know what I mean? You're stuck. What the F? I'm so sorry that happened to you. Yeah, that's why I got mods to this ban a term because I don't want to talk about it. Just weird situation. Do you feel a certain way about it now, or are you still healing from it? Well, it opened up past thoughts during that time. I feel like you're really going through it right now, today specifically, or these past few days. Have you been mentally burdening? Yeah, I've been. Yeah, it happened 2 days in a row. Just needs to like mentally reset.
Wow.
Damn. So this type
Wow.
of shit was happening for 2 days in a row. I thought this only happened for 1 day. But
2
this was happening for
days?
2 days in a row. All right.
My god.
I was sexually assaulted 2-3 years ago by a gay man, and I had my mods ban all the terms.
Wow.
And like with that too, bro, do you not understand that can really mess with a man's mind? Because,
Yes.
you're a straight man, right? Let's say you wasn't ever you never was shown like sex or anything like that, right? But then out of nowhere on a random day, shit happens to you by a gay man. You're a kid by a gay man.
Wow.
Bro, that's gonna make you question your own sexuality. It's gonna make you not trust men. That's gonna make you have trust issues. That's gonna make you so fucked up in the head. Like,
Exactly.
all jokes aside,
Exactly.
this is why people become predators in the future. It's because when they're at a young age, shit like this happens, and then they hold it in, and then the thoughts form, and the only way they can cope with it is doing this. And I'm not accepting that. I don't think you know what I mean. That gives you the right of way to do what you done to other kids. But that's literally how the cycle, continues.
I would have people commenting to my chat saying literally the worst things. I did later on tell my parents about the sexual assault, and my mom, she ended up crying.
Yep. Yep. You can hear the sniffles. You can hear him cry. I think there might be some tears. Yeah, this is very real, and it really sucks. You can tell this is real. It's really heartbreaking. I feel really bad for Saeed.
For a whole month and felt like it was her fault. I thought I should just step away from the Silvathon because I didn't want to deal with
Understandable. That's very understandable.
And I did have a conversation with other people. They said it wouldn't bring them down. People are just say like, "Oh, why are you smiling?" It's like my coping mechanism.
Yeah.
And like, there's this one right here. There are multiple other things that.
With Google Play
God
Games,
damn
you
it.
can play a
God
lot.
freaking damn it.
People are showing now. I literally run away here, and I'm getting chased down the whole time. And this is the part where it literally just hold me down again.
Wow.
Oh, this might be from a different stream as well. Now that that video might be from a different stream. My God, come on.
I didn't want this whole thing to have an outcome like this. I mean, I didn't want it to, like, them being banned is not really anything to me.
Exactly.
At the end of the day, like, sexual assault is a crime.
Yes.
And people that say that it's not sexual assault, I don't know what you think sexual assault is, or anything like that, but.
And I'm gonna just say this, and I'm gonna stand on my point. I'm not gonna sway from this point right here. I genuinely don't believe that Nina and Zoe went into this genuinely wanting to assault you. Okay, I'm gonna just say that right now, and I'm gonna just say this, and I've been saying this for the last 2 videos I've been making on this.
Yeah, I think it's possible. I believe him. It is very possible that they didn't come in thinking that they didn't. It's possible that they didn't. It's possible that they didn't come in ready to assault. They didn't come in possibly. It's possible that they did. I'm sorry. It's possible that they didn't come in wanting to assault someone, and it just happened right in the moment. Sadly, that sometimes happens. But the context, when you look at all the clips, it's really it's hard to it's really rough. It's really hard to defend Zoe Spencer and Nina Lin when you look at the video clips, and you can try to like rationalize it however you want. It's not gonna change the perception of how others perceive what they see, what they saw when they were assaulting Saeed. So that's what I'll say.
This is the 3rd video, but the 2 videos I made. I genuinely don't think Nina and Zoe, in their mind, thought they were wrong. They genuinely thought they were right. They genuinely was just trying to make content. They genuinely thought it was just content. They didn't think it was wrong. They didn't think that they were, assaulting anybody. They didn't think that, because it's just, as a society, it's more acceptable for females to be more touchy, more aggressive, more
Again, this relates to culture, and I really wish there was an easy way to change culture, but changes in culture do not happen like quick. They do happen like slowly and over time. So yeah.
Females can assault guys way more, and it would go unnoticed, or guys won't even point it out, compared to the opposite way. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So,
I understand.
I genuinely don't believe that Nina and Zoe saw Saeed and pointed him out and be like, yo, let's assault him. I don't think that. I think they saw this guy like, oh, the chips, fell how they fell. I don't think they purposely wanted to assault him, though. I don't think that. I think they were just in the moment trying to do content. It was
And that's an understandable point of view, and yeah, I could totally see that as well, because at the end of the day, when they are Twitch streamers, they're here to make content and they're here to have a good time. And sometimes we don't always know when we're in the wrong. It's easy to blame. It's much more easier to blame others than to blame yourself, because we as humans do tend to have pride, and we tend to think on our point of view, because, well, our context is different from other people's context, and the audience is not always right. By the way, the audience is not always right. Sometimes the audience can be wrong because they can be misled for whatever reason it is may be. So I can understand his point of view, absolutely, and yeah.
lapse of judgment. Exactly how, like, when pranksters do pranks, in the moment they genuinely think that they're not doing anything bad. You know what I mean? Until they get, canceled, or until they get people, the internet's telling them, yo, this is bad. Now, is their choice to keep doing the pranks, or to kind of switch up the content, or kind of, like, you know what I mean, wean down a little bit. You know what I mean? After knowing, that's their choice now. But I genuinely don't think that Nina and Zoe did this on purpose, like wanting to assault him. If you get what I'm trying to say.
I get it.
I don't know what to tell you. Like, as a person that's literally dealt with sexual assault previously, it has taken a lot, like a large total on my head. It did take a lot out of me. not to do anything because I do have a history of suicidal thoughts and stuff like that. That day I was alone and I just didn't want to, like, I just sat there and thought to myself over and over again. Thank you, everybody, and I mean, it was a very short explanation. I'm
Respectfully.
I will be taking time to deal with it myself.
Understandable.
Bro, like, I don't like the way the internet treats shit too. Like, people expect this guy Saidi to come in and like explain for 30 minutes on fucking stream. Like,
Yes, because sometimes, because when it comes to situations like this, like usually there's never going to be perfect words for people to like describe what happened to them, and things do happen all of a sudden, and explaining stuff, and especially with someone like me who's not the best explainer, like finding the right words is like very tough. And the more that you and the more time that you have to talk about something that negatively impacts you, like the harder it's going to be to like maybe get your point across, because it's already happening to me right now, and I forgot what I was going to say. Oh, what the hell? Oh, hell, hold on a second. Oh, what the hell? Hold on. All right, I'm back. So apparently what happened was I accidentally ended up slamming my fist onto my laptop, and my fan started going off all of a sudden, and I actually made it stop by just slamming it back in. I don't know how that happened, but holy crap. Anyways, let's get back to watching the video.
I was trying to explain to my friend yesterday. Saidi, like, he's not Silky. He's not the main character on camera. It's because like my friend was, his point is kind of that he thinks that it's kind of getting dragged a little bit, right? So we had a little debate yesterday on his channel, and I was just saying like his point was, yo, why wasn't he more vocalized? Why wasn't he like, yo, like he's a man, he could just push him off or whatever, something like that, right? But I'm trying to explain too, Saidi isn't the main character. We're saying what you would have done because you are a streamer. You would do that because you're the main character. Saidi's an assistant. If he was a main character, he would be his own streamer. You know what I mean? But he's behind the scenes. He doesn't know how to actually operate the room, control the room. Like Silky, you see Silky like, yo, chill, stop, yo, chill, yo, bro. Silky knows how to conduct himself with more confidence, with more his words hold more weight because he is Silky. He's the star of the show. Nina and Zoe is there for Silky collab, not for Saidi collab at the end of the day. You know what I mean? It's like with anybody else, like Drake. It's like telling Drake's assistant, yo, bro, like, why don't you like respond back to Kendrick? Like, you know what I mean? Like, he's an assistant. He's not the main character. That's his job. Like, why? Like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't think that he deserves or he needs to tell us anything, really. This is his situation.
Oh yeah, I need to go back to my original thought real quick. So, you know, the reason why I understand there's like pressures for people to want to make like a 30-minute video explaining their 30-minute video for Saif to explain his side of the situation, but the thing is, right, when something something bad or something horrible happens to you, and when you try to explain it, it's going to be really hard because having to relive that experience is really tough emotionally. And not to mention, there's usually never perfect words for anyone to describe a situation. So it will take time for people to come up with the words, and you know, it's really hard to, and people are not really, and perception levels do vary over time, do vary depending on what kind of person you are. But yeah, sometimes people, and that's not even to mention that sometimes people aren't gonna like listen to like long videos about people explaining like detailed situations because, you know, people just want to like get the information and move on. And in Saeed's case, I understand why he had to make the video short instead of long, because, you know, you want to be able to like move on, you know what I mean? Because you want to be able to like move on situations. We all have this thing in ourselves where like when a situation is bad, when something bad happens to us, we try to address it as soon as we can, or try to like address it as soon as we can in the shortest amount of time that we can, so that we can move on and recover as fast as we can. You know what I mean? Because we don't like to feel sad or negative, and we want to be, and we all want to be able to get into a better place of mind, so that we can be able to keep ourselves functional and keep ourselves operating and more ready to do other things in the real world. You know what I mean? Yeah, let's keep watching.
Situation. So I was seeing people in Twitter and shit demanding a response from Side D, like, bro, nigga, like what? Like, you know what I mean?
Obviously,
He doesn't need to do anything, really.
Be more vocal about it, and I really hope that people learn from this and try and understand, like, other people can deal with stuff like this, and you probably don't even know.
That's facts.
And the thing that hurt me the most was when they said I should be embarrassed. That I'm probably embarrassed.
That's what I'm saying. And back on that point too, when I had a debate, that and I think that falls down that boils down to it's half and half. Like the assault and now there's people in his business, bro. Like no matter what, nobody wants anybody in their business, especially over a situation like this. Bro, that's just unwanted attention. So it's definitely, the assault and now people touching on the subject. People talking about him. His name is all over the internet now. Just tied in with an assault. Like nobody wants that on their name, So it's half and half. And I'm gonna be real. In a month or two, everybody's gonna move on. I'm gonna be real.
That's true.
Right now,
That's true.
everybody's on your side, bro. I'm not gonna lie, everybody's on your side. But again, it doesn't matter. Like
That's true.
No matter what, bro. Like y'all know this. No matter what, shit doesn't matter until you feel good yourself in your head. You know what I mean? Everybody can love you, but if you don't feel good in your head, your own self, nothing else in the world matters. Facts, okay? So, this might be the last video on the situation, but if anything else happens, then yeah, I'm gonna touch on it again. But huge respects to Saeed, huge respects to Silky, real shit.
Yeah, okay, I'm gonna exit the video now, and yeah, that's basically all. That's basically what happened with the whole Nina Lin, Zoe Spencer, and Saeed situation. And I'm realizing that the video is already like over an hour long. Usually I do like to make my videos like 60 to 90 minutes long, give or take. But honestly, now that I think about it, I have been getting a lot of interruptions today, and so just because I am extremely resentful, this video might last more than like 1.5 hours. So with that being said, actually, you know what, everyone? I'm actually gonna go ahead and end this episode here. I was originally gonna do the Emery situation next, but I've decided I'm gonna do that in the next episode instead, because this video is already an hour long, and I actually have some stuff that I do need to take care of. But you know what? If you guys have enjoyed this video, please hit the like button down below, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell if you're new to the channel, and hopefully you guys have somewhat enjoyed the video. But I hope you guys like understand where like people are coming from when it comes to the Nina Lin, Zoe Spencer, and Saeed situation. And honestly, justice for Saeed, man. Let's be real, justice for Saeed. So, anyways, I hope you all enjoy, and I'll see you all later. Peace.